Okay, so what I want to do now is kind of show you a little bit more about the keyboard, and also I want to do search as well for you. So let me actually do the search first. So I was in Pages there, by the way. But let's say that I didn't know where my Pages button was because I had too many apps. So what I can do is I can touch the screen somewhere in here with one finger and pull it down. And this brings up a search bar for me, and I can just start typing in whatever I want. So I'm going to type in Pages. And notice that as you start to type things in, you start to see a lot of different things showing up here. So I see an app, I see some music. Sometimes I'll actually see like a website suggestion or a Wikipedia entry. Could be, oh, whoops, I lost it. So let me touch right here and drag down with one finger again. And then I'm going to hide the keyboard. So you can see there's all kinds of music and stuff there. And it doesn't want to let me scroll up and down for some reason. Okay, there I go. So now I was able to scroll up and down. So I just grab with my finger and move my finger up and down. That's what I'm doing here. I'm moving my finger up and down. And I can scroll through all kinds of things. Like I said, it's got the main app that I was looking for. It's got any music that has the word page in it. And so you can see I got a lot of music there. And then it's got any mail that might have the word page in it. And then it does like a Bing search, and you can even do search Wikipedia. So, and then if you had messages to someone, it would type in those messages too. So this is like your little search bar. So I'm going to hit cancel. But if you want to search for anything, that's the way to do it. So I'm just going to touch, drag down, and then, maybe you want to, click on the thing and cancel that out there. Maybe you want to search for a specific person. So let's say I wanted to, look for interactions with Greg. So, whoops, I accept. So when I do that, it brought up all kinds of things. It brought up an app. It brought up a Wikipedia entry. I'm going to scroll down here a little bit by dragging my finger. It brought up my contacts named Greg. And you can keep going. There's songs by people named Greg, apparently. There's a couple movies where somebody was named Greg that had to do with the movies. And then all kinds of emails involving Greg. And then probably if I keep going, I even have some messages from Greg. So I'm going to hit cancel up there, come back to my main screen. So that's the search. So let's, this was all prompted because I said I didn't know where Pages was, even though it's right there. I'm going to drag down with my finger, start typing in Pages, and then scroll up to the top with my finger. There's Pages. And now I'm in Pages. Now, why am I in Pages? Because I want to show you how you can use the keyboard to edit things, okay? So what I'm going to do, here's a letter that I sent to my lab partners. Let's say I want to remove a word, or I notice like right here, this needs to be punctuated. So punctuated? Yeah, that's a word. So I need to get here. So what I'm going to do, and this will work for any app that involves the keyboard, I'm just going to tap and hold with my finger. So right now, I am tapping and holding with my finger, and where my finger is, there's a little blue bar, and I'm dragging my finger across, still holding down, and you can see it kind of magnifies for me to show me where my finger is until I get to the place I want to be. So I want to be right in front of the word but. Whoops, it doesn't want to let me do that though. Oh, there we go. So I'm right in front of the word but. I just drag my finger. And then once I get there, I let up with my finger. And now it brings up all kinds of options. So I can start typing if I want. I can do a select all, paste, highlight, comment, all kinds of options. Let's say I change, so if I want to type, I just hit the correction button here a couple times, and then hit the comma down here. So I hit that comma, and then I'm going to put a space in it, obviously. So now I've correctly fixed my punctuation error here. Let's say you want to remove an entire word, though. So now I'm going to hide the keyboard just like that. Let's say I want to actually remove the word but here. So again, touch and hold on the page anywhere you want. drag your finger until you get to the word you're trying to get rid of. So I'm dragging my finger all around here till I get to the word but. And then I let my finger up and I get all kinds of options. So let's say I want to do select. And once you select, you get even more options. You can cut, copy, paste, delete, replace, define, highlight, comment, or change the style. So if you want to change the style, for example, well, let's say you want to do that for 2 words here. So you're going to drag this little blue button here and just slide it, make it bigger or smaller. Let's say I want to make all these words right here stand out. Once I get to where I want to stop, I'm going to let up with my finger. And again, you get a second bunch of options. Let's say I want to change the style. So I hit style. And, well, for some reason it doesn't want me to do that here. But normally these little buttons will pop up here. But maybe because I'm already in Pages and it has its own editing thing, that's not happening. But I can copy the style and paste it in somewhere else, okay? So, like I said, if you want to do something with several words, so I'm going to hide my keyboard again. Like, let's say you want to highlight I will subscribe, so you can do something with that. Touch your finger anywhere in that general area. Then, when you see the magnifying glass, let up. And then you get options. Then you select. You drag your blue, it doesn't want me to do it. You drag your blue bar around till you get where you want to be, let up on it, and then once again, it gives you more options now. Cut, copy, paste, whatever, and then you do whatever you want to do, okay? So just touch and hold anywhere in the text, and then let up, and it'll give you options. And then if you select some, it'll give you the option to select some words. If you actually select those words, then it'll give you more options. Now, notice here, I typed in biceps brachii, and either I've spelled it wrong or this doesn't recognize a medical term. The reason I know that is because I see the underlining in red. Sometimes the iPad will actually autocorrect for you. Here, it didn't know what to do, so I'm going to touch that. If it's underlined, I just touch and let up. You don't have to hold on it, just touch and let up if it's already underlined. And it gives me some options here that I could change it to. Same thing here. If I come down here to app and just tap and let up, apparently it doesn't like the word app. Well, probably because it should be app. So it asks me if I want to change it to the word pa. If I do, then I actually touch that bubble and it changed it to the word pa for me. Normally you don't want to do that, I would imagine. But let's say I want to change this to something else because it's already underlined, so we think there's an error there. We can tap and let up. You don't have to hold down. And then just pick the one you want. So if you want to change it to Brock, you just touch that bubble, change it to Brock or whatever you want to do. So that's basically how you use a keyboard. You can actually like add smileys here. If you want numbers, these are the numbers. So you push that button, you get some numbers. Then notice up here, there's even more punctuation options. And then when you're done with those, you push the letters again. Now you're back to letters. This capitalizes, but if you double tap it, if you double tap on this button, see it's got a little line under that. Now every word I type will be capitalized. So you can see me typing all these letters up here. They're all capitalized because I've locked the capitalization on. If you want to turn it off, tap it once. Now you've turned it off. If you want it on for one letter,